Hello, hello. Exciting. Some truth here, people. Today is Monday, April 21st. You're probably like, Griff, where's your Sunday check-in? Bitch, the week I've had has been fun. Interesting and fun. Um, and so yeah, I attempted to film one of these last night, and I was just so scatterbrained. Like, by the time I got home, smoked a weed, decompressed, I was like, bitch, like I'm just fucking rambling right now and I don't know what I'm saying. So I scratched it and I said I'll film it again today. And here we are, and it's okay. It's fine. This week, this week, yeah, interesting is a one word to say the least. Fun. I had so much fun. I went out this weekend. I was with the boys. I was with the crew in the city. Went to a couple spots. I went to Sobs. I went to Soul in the Horn. Yesterday, I had a beautiful 420 Easter start to tourist season. I was wined and dined, and the night ended a little promiscuous, babe. And I'm making some new friends, and I'm just feeling thrilled for this week coming up. I guess we're in the week now, so it's not coming up anymore. Where we were for week 4 was recovering a sense of integrity. Her little spiel in the beginning says, this week you may find yourself grappling with changing self-definition. The essays, tasks, and exercises are designed to catapult you into productive introspection and integration of new self-awareness. This may be both difficult and extremely exciting for you. Warning, do not skip the tool of reading deprivation. So this week, one of the biggest tasks was the reading deprivation. And I found myself, I want to try to do it again this coming week for week 5. Or I keep talking like we're not in the week already. It's Monday. Literally Monday, April 21st at 6:50 p.m. Like, it's Monday, bitch. Monday's over already. But anyways, last week I really tried to commit to the reading deprivation, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do as good as I wanted to. As good as I know that I can. I didn't do as good as I know that I can. I like this better. And that's okay. Not mad about it. Just want to try again this week. This chapter was very full. There was a lot of information. She talked about honest changes. She talked about, you know, learning to rest and remain in motion. She talked about the reading deprivation exercise. We had to do some time traveling and describe ourselves like at 80. Remember who we were at 8. Look around our environment and decide what do we want our environment to look like. She wanted us to tap back into the life pie from week 1, like where are we spending our energy, writing our own artist's prayer, plan like a more extended artist date. So I feel like I just did so much this week that I'm trying to like grapple and grasp with where I even want to start. I did all of my morning pages except for Sunday. I was really proud of myself for that. My artist day, I worked on a painting. I'm painting my mirror over here. I can show you guys the progress video. I'll put a clip in. The format of this is going to change a bit. You're going to see some stuff overlaying and just some things that I've taken and clips that I've taken up throughout the week. I kind of want to integrate that into this and like show you guys a little bit more of me and who I am and what I do. I feel like that's more interesting than just reading from the book itself. But I also really like to share things that stuck out to me for the week, and you know just things that I learned, things that were really impactful from the reading, because I feel like that's also really important. I do want to share with y'all first is I finished my artist date page from last week. Here he is, and he's so cute. He's super cutesy. So there he goes, my little troll. And yeah, I can't wait to like continue to tap into this book. I have like so many unfinished pages in here. I did some planning this week. I have a secret project that I'm working on that I really can't share because I just can't. Sorry. But Gryffin, you know what it is, Griff. but it's going to involve some real plotting and planning. I also saw some friends last week. I believe we met up on Thursday. Two roommates from college. That was an interesting day as well. I ended up working that day, which was nice. Made some money, and I got to see some really good friends of mine. The circumstances were interesting, but I think we all got through it together very nicely, and I think we had a really adult conversation that, if anything, brought us closer, like as a trio. Um, my two good friends are kind of going through some stuff right now. They're roommates, and I'll just leave it at that. When they say don't roommate with your friends, that's why they say that, and I'll just leave it at that. But I send peace and love to both of them, and I know that they're going to be okay because they are very intelligent beings and they're very loving beings, and I know that they're going to be okay. Shit just needs time and space sometimes. That's what I've realized. I'll just read one of the tasks that I did. I did some buried. She asked us, "What are your buried dreams?" She says, "Covering creatives often have to excavate our own pasts for the shards of buried dreams and delights. Do a little digging. Be fast and frivolous. This is an exercise in spontaneity. Be sure to write your answers out quickly." So she says, list 5 hobbies that sound fun. I said crocheting, I said mural art, I said sewing my own clothes, I said making videos, and writing for leisure. She said 5 classes that you would like that sound fun. I said a pole class, a rope or a bondage class, a French or Creole class, like a tincture or like a herbal tea and like herbal medicine class, and then like a candle making or a hair braiding class. Hair braiding came after the candle making, but both I was very excited about. Um, 5 things I've never done that seem fun: skydiving, riding a motorcycle, scuba diving, going to a nude beach, or being a nude model for an artist. 5 skills that I think would be cool to have. Five skills that you would be fun to have. I said to speak 5 languages. I said to do parkour, build a shelter out of forged materials. So like build something in the forest, like a tree house or like anything out of sticks and whatnot and mud and all that. I said glass blowing or like metal, um, like a metalsmith. What do they call that? Blacksmith, not a blacksmith. Oh yeah, blacksmith. Right. Yeah. Um, and then again, hair braiding. I mean, I already really like to braid hair and like to do hair, but I really want to like practice braiding hair. Braiding hair is art. It's beautiful. 5 things that I enjoy doing that I used to enjoy doing. I said cooking. I feel like now cooking is a task, especially in the environment that I'm in. I'm constantly cooking for my family. I mean, I've been always doing that, but like now it's like I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to cook for myself. Okay, moving on. Complaining was another one. Arguing was another one. I said shopping/spending money, and then being with people and friends always. Um, Good. I like to be alone. And then 5 silly things I'd like to try. I said New Orleans gumbo, guinea pig, cooked right. I said bungee jumping, uh, riding a song, something like that, and then flying a helicopter. And then the other thing I'll share is my artist prayer. I wrote this on April 16th. That was a Wednesday. And I said, creator, curator, composer, catalyst, change. God is change. I said, thank you, creator. Thank you for the simple things. Thank you, sun god and mother moon. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for the love in my heart. Thank you for the gift to hear and see. Thank you for the gift on my radical authenticity. Creator, thank you for pushing me past my limits. Thank you for each lesson and every gift. I promise you today, tomorrow, and yesterday that I will live up to your image. I will carry your love and I will teach the generations before and after me the most important lesson of all: love, peace, and unity. I'll be honest, the reading deprivation thing, like the next thing that I have on here, I looked up the number 2 in numerology and I read about that. So I wasn't doing very good at the reading deprivation, but it made me realize how important language and reading and words are, and how we really can't escape. We need, like, we're constantly absorbing information. At least I'm personally constantly absorbing information. So it was very hard for me to not read. And as someone who did not read for fun, I've been reading for fun more, and I struggled and realized, oh, I can't read. Like, damn, like I'm not supposed to be reading. Like, which is why I'm like hesitant to do it for another week. Like, we'll see what the week 5. What's the week 5 this week? The week recovering a sense of possibility is week 5. So, possibly I could do my reading deprivation again. We'll see. Um, but yeah, I ended up looking up that day because I wanted to see what the number in numerology, like the number of the day was, and it was a 2. And the number 2 is the all-knowing. This is the peacemaker, the gentle, tactful, diplomatic, forgiving, non-confrontational. The 2 understands the underlying motivation driving people. It's the super femme force, the force of creation, cooperation, and union, sensitive and in tune with the universe vibrations. So it's intuition, it's empathic ability, it's psychic receptiveness, balance, influence, negotiating ability. It's also represented by like the high priestess in the tarot deck, by union, by partnership. And so that was really interesting because I did a lot of planning on Wednesday, and I was like I was just very excited and like urgent to like speak a message, and to like not to like I was very interested in like the next art that I want to produce, the next creative piece of work that I want to produce. And I'm feeling a little bit rebellious with this one. So it's exciting. It's again not something that I can really share. Maybe one day we'll post it over here. I just been thinking a lot about what's happening in Sikot, in El Salvador. We're saying your name. All of those people that are in the El Salvador prison and Sikot prison, we are. I'm thinking about you. Um, Obviously, people in Palestine, I'm thinking about you. Um, Congo, Sudan, like it's no justice, no peace type shit over here. Okay. ACAB, always. Okay. Um, anyway, integrity. I wrote down on top, it's okay versus I feel okay. What are you really trying to say? No one just feels okay. No one just, it's okay. It's not. So this integrity is showing up as, what is it that you're offering that day? What is your most authentic radical self? And like, how are you going to remain consistent in that even when you're tired, even when like there's so much other shit going on? You have to come ready. You got to stay ready. Sorry, the music got me for a second. Sorry, not sorry. Um. Um. Yeah. Enjoy some of the montage videos that I'm playing over this. Hopefully, it's nothing too crazy. But yeah, I did a lot this week. Like I did a lot last week, and did a lot of planning, did a lot of scheming, did a lot of showing up in community, meeting friends, dancing my ass off as usual, regular. And yeah, um, I think one of the questions in the check-in, other than like, did you do your morning rituals, your artist date? I told you guys I was painting my mirror frame. I'll show you that when it's done. Wink. Um, she says, do you experience any synchronicities this week, and any other issues this week that that considered significant for your recovery? I think allowing myself to take up space and be seen, and to stand on that. Because I always like say, show up as your most radical, authentic self in space. Like that's something that I preach even to the kids that I teach. I'm like, don't ever make yourself small. Always show up and take up space, right? Like you're gonna learn when it's time to open your mouth and when it's time to close it, and when it's time to open your ears, right? Like that's gonna come with life experience. But you have to be okay with being seen. And like I'm mad humble about it. I don't need to, like I don't, I know how much space to take up. I know when it's time to like lock in and observe somebody else. Like I'm very good at that. But I think, and something I talked about with a friend actually that I met this weekend, actually the individual who I hung out with yesterday, um, you know, he wined and dined me, and as he should. Shout out to you. But something I talked about with him was like my experience around women versus being around more masculine energies. My experience around feminine energies. It's like as a queer woman, I love women. Love women. You know, I'm constantly looking for the woman. But I notice I'm not always received well by women. It's interesting because it's like I'm the type of person where I'm like I love to be a hype man, like I would love to show love, and I'm not somebody that really experiences that type openly from others. Like people have tend to be a little bit scared to like ask me to dance with them or talk to me or compliment me or give me advice. And I know why on some level. I think. I don't think I know. But it is like saddening because I'm like, damn, like if only you knew, like if only you knew. I don't know where I was going with that. But I think, you know, talking about integrity, just like it's a very easy to like put somebody on a pedestal of how you think that they are just by like a glance at them. And it's a lot harder to like open your mouth and ask a question. And I'm not afraid to open my mouth and ask a question. And I know that's like very off putting for a lot of people because I realize as I'm getting older that not everybody's like that. And I think that's just autism in me, like truly. Um, I'm very curious. I'm a searcher. Like I want to understand deeper meanings. I want to understand why. And I also just like to observe people and support people. Truly, like that at my core, like I would much rather spend energy on supporting somebody than being a hater. Like even if whether someone's good, better than me, or less advanced than me, or whatever, none of those things matter. Like at the core of it, I'm a lover girl. Like I love to give love, and it's like I just want to be loved. And so when I'm this weekend, this past weekend, I've been very accepted and loved by my community, and I'm feeling it. And like this week is my birthday. My birthday's on Wednesday, y'all. So you're gonna get some content for that. Um, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it because I'm feeling so loved. I'm just feeling so loved. I'm feeling so loved. Let's get nuts. Okay, anyways, I've been rocking a Prince. Because why wouldn't you? Fuck. Okay. I think that's all that I have to say, guys. Peace and love. I'll see you next Sunday. Or Monday, or whenever the fuck I get to this. Bye.